Hi, beautiful souls. I'm Aurora Light. I'm a conscious creation and voice activation guide and intuitive who likes to take the pulse of energy for the upcoming month and just offer my interpretation on how conscious creators can navigate this energy. And when I speak into conscious creators, I'm talking about those that are here, like you, to co-create the reality that we are in instead of allowing life to happen to you. So it's been a wild couple of years, obviously. Have you felt the energy shift a little bit as we're heading here into November? So we're at this point of time towards the end of October, early November, where the veil is thinning. There are many, many celebrations, everything from the secular Halloween to Samhain, the Celtic fire festivals, the Day of the Dead, All Souls Day, right? Everyone around the world has always noticed that at this time, the veils are thinner. And the thing is, it can get a little weird. And we see this in our internal landscape as well as out in the world. It's Scorpio season currently, and Scorpio can get dark and twisty. It can also dive deep to the deepest depths of hell, basically internally, but then use that and transmute it and alchemize it to soar up into the greatest of heights and incredible amounts of power and magic. It's also still all of the polarity that is happening in the world. This polarity is divisive, right? I don't think it's ever been greater. We have those lowest of lows, and alternatively, people having incredible high highs, but also the division just between ideals, ideas, paradigms, experiences in the world. All you have to do is wade into any internet comment section to see any innocent thing, people going like, this is the worst thing in the world, and other people saying this is the best. It's the same thing, but it's the lens through which people are looking. And it's very incongruous. Things do not make sense right now, logically or linearly. So nothing really feels aligned internally or externally. So last month, I invited you to look away from the outside world if you felt like you were being pulled off your axis, outside of your alignment, and saying, that's okay. We need to get prepared, right? It's okay to pull your focus away from what's going on in the outer world. It's still necessary to do that if you feel like you are giving away your power to externals. Here's the thing though. Now is the time we've been preparing for. It's time to be the alignment that we want to see in the world, okay? What we're witnessing in the external is a ton of judgment on all sides, right? Right, left, political divisions, spiritual communities. Everything really feels like it's almost being torn apart. The polarity is so strong and so great. And when people are in polarity, there are judgments aplenty. And so the invitation is to move into understanding, right? Understanding, compassion for people, but mostly for yourself at this time. We always have this opportunity to be the change that we want to see in the world. That phrase, I'm quoting Gandhi, is more important than ever, because all we can actually control, especially in these times, is our internal landscape and what that internal landscape is looking like is going to reflect not only how you perceive the outer world, but then how you act, what you do, and how you be in that external landscape. So it's time to release the judgments of self. Okay. It is time to let that go completely. I've been seeing perfectionism creep back in and rear its ugly head and paralyze people from feeling like they're able to do anything lately. People are in overwhelm. People are feeling like things are too much and that they can't do anything. And of course, this is a mindset and a belief system, but also at the heart of it, it's a trauma response. Everybody, almost everybody, is pretty traumatized by the world in which we live, especially after these last few months. Our nervous systems need understanding, care, compassion, kindness, and relaxation. So what if we could stop judging ourselves? What would that look like if you stopped thinking that you weren't enough, or that you weren't doing enough, or that you couldn't, or that what you did was not good enough, and just heaping on all of that energy? And then you moved into that place of the compassionate understanding with spiritual maturity for you. And then you turn those glasses on that you wear to the outside world and go, wow, the whole world is experiencing a trauma response right now. And this is part of the why of what's happening. But it takes away some of the polarized morality of things when you understand that people are acting from their wounding. And until people get the care and the compassion and the healing that they require, it's going to continue, right? You can only do the work that you came here to do as a conscious creator if you are in alignment. So could we choose to be the alignment that we want to see in the world? This is the time where we're moving towards the December solstice. Really, really powerful manifestation portal, one of the most powerful of the year. So we're already in the window of this time, and we're prepping from the cross quarter point of Samhain around the 31st of October all the way to the 21st of December. How can we get our body, heart, mind, and soul on the same page? Because right now, the energy, especially in early November, will have some people feeling like they are being pulled in different directions. Some of you are feeling this already, being pulled in multiple directions, not sure on which area you should focus, because again, you're in overwhelm and it's all too much. It's time to get us all internally on the same page. So I want to invite you to call a meeting, a council, if you will, with all aspects of self, body, mind, heart, and soul. Calling them together and ask them all, how are you feeling? Like literally have a conversation with them. Like, body, how are you feeling in this now? What are you needing? Is it more rest? Is it more activity? Is it both in equal measure, or perhaps unequal measure, right? Heart, what do you need right now? And you get to figure out how to give yourself that. The world cannot give us what we need. And so it feels like the energy of November is actually inviting us to get prepared for December by reparenting ourselves and getting ourselves the love, the understanding, the compassion that we require to be able to navigate, right? It's time to be finding win-win scenarios. Again, first internally, say, how can I act and be in a way that is an integrity for me, body, mind, heart, and soul, right? How can I take the 5 elements within me and bring them into harmony? And then once you are in that aligned space and you are being that, then and only then can you really bring that out into the world and say, hey, why don't we find win-win scenarios, win-win opportunities, instead of just basically continuing with the judgment of others, right? There's a lot of mirroring going on. Sometimes the outside world is mirroring to you something internal. Sometimes it's mirroring something that you are in judgment of. Sometimes it's mirroring something that's inside of you. Thank you, Greg Braden, whose work of mirroring came to my attention about 3 times over the last week. So this is also showing me this is energetically something that we need to be asking. What is this external situation mirroring for me? Because it's not always something that needs to be healed. Maybe it's about the potentiality within you. So as we are moving towards the end of November, you may feel a lightening of the energy as we move around the 21st, 22nd into the Sagittarius sun. Many of you will feel like you can breathe again. That's often how I feel it, right? When that becomes available, there's an internal shift where there's more wonder available. Wonder is going to be an antidote and key for many of us moving forward to navigate the energy of division and polarity. We could choose to hang out in all of that division and polarity and ick and heaviness and judgment, or we could choose to tap into something that is really in the inner rainbow star child realm, that part of your heart that is beyond the wounding. And this would be a sense of wonder and awe instead of the, what's the wording? Being too cool for school, being jaded. If we can regain our sense of wonder with the world, don't have to start with the people in it if that's too big. I get that. But starting with nature, looking up at nature, at the sky. If the snow falls in your area for the first time, instead of going, snow, tapping into that frequency of wonder, going, wow, how beautiful, how amazing, looking at the sparkles. You direct the energy in your life and the alignment by what you choose to focus on. All of these changes that we want to see in the world, moving away from judgment and towards understanding, towards harmony, towards unity, towards ascending our consciousness to have all people understand how we're connected, to be able to see into the truth of our multidimensional nature. All of that we are moving towards, but it starts with you. So, dear Creator, as you are navigating this month, you get to see inside of yourself the alignment and the wonder that you want to see in the external world. It does not have to be a terrifying or terrible experience. Honor yourself. If it's a bones day, get things done. Treat yourself. If it's a no bones day, it's okay to have a 2-hour nap like I did today. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Noodle on TikTok. So beautiful, conscious creator. If you would like to be part of a community that is supportive and connecting like-minded souls, I want to invite you to my free Facebook group. If you're on there, the link is in the notes, joyevolution.group. The space is called the Radiant Evolution Collective. And towards the end of the month, date TBD, we'll be doing a free workshop called Aligned AF. We want to get you sparkly and shiny and in alignment so that you can be ready to navigate whatever comes your way. So, beautiful soul, sending you so much love. And please do join that free group if you are interested in connecting with us further. You're doing amazing. You've got this.